This video will introduce the wiring, setting, and installation methods of the Coolschmax CL919 battery fuel gauge. We highly recommend to go through the entire video. Please follow it step by step before setting. If you encounter difficulties in setting up or using the CL919 battery fuel gauge, you can contact customer service email, support@hofians.com. In order to help you locate the problem more quickly, you can tell us which part of the video you are having difficulty with, and we will solve it for you as soon as possible. The package contains a gauge, a shunt, and a red signal wire. The actual length is 3 meters, and we only cut a section here for demonstration. Here we also have mounting accessories including mounting bracket and nut. These are all the accessories included in the product box. To finish the whole wiring, we need to prepare the following accessories in addition. 1 red wire for connecting positive sides. 2 black wires for connecting negative sides. Note, it is recommended to use appropriate terminal lugs for load wiring. We use a power supply and an electronic load to simulate the test environment. Next, we will introduce safety precautions during wiring. This is the shunt for CL919. There are different specifications of shunts, which are usually marked here. 100A or 300A. Here we will use an 100A shunt for demonstration. Note 1, the maximum current must not exceed the rated value. Note 2, please place the shunt in a dry and heat dissipating environment. Please avoid exposing the shunt to high temperature, moisture and humidity environment to prevent short circuit risks. Note 3, when using an 100A shunt, the minimum current should not be less than 10A, otherwise the deviation will be relatively large. If the current is less than 10A, it is recommended to use Coolschmax 5918 voltmeter to simply measure the voltage for battery capacity. Please refer to the product's wiring diagram to complete the wiring. If you find difficulties in the following 5 steps, you can refer back to the wiring diagram here or read the manual to find the same diagram. Step 1. First, connect the B- of the battery and the B- of the shunt. Step 2. Connect the shunt P- to the negative terminal P- of the load. Step 3. Connect the red signal wire to the B+ of the shunt and the B+ of the battery. Step 4. Plug the gauge into the socket of the shunt. Step 5. Connect the B+ of the battery to the P+ of the load. When there is no load current, the meter will display 0A. When there is load current, the meter will display the current value. Please pay attention to the charge and discharge status indicator icon. It shows minus when discharging and plus when charging. The CL919 battery fuel gauge has 2 buttons on the left and right, supporting 4 different pressing modes. Short press right button, long press of the right button. Short press the left button, and long press the left button. When using the fuel gauge for the first time, we need to set the battery capacity. For example, if the battery capacity is 25 Ah, the setting operation is as follows. On the AH page, long press the right button to enter the settings page. Short press the right button once to enter the capacity setting page. Long press the left button to adjust the digit. Short press the left button to adjust the value. When the value is confirmed, long press the right button to exit settings and return to the main page. The battery capacity setting is now complete. When using the fuel gauge for the first time, we need to set the initial capacity status. There are 2 methods to set up, you can choose either one. The first option. In the beginning, we need to fully charge the battery. Assume it is now fully charged. At this time, on the current page, long press the right button. So we can set the capacity to 100%. Which is the full charge capacity. The second option. We need to fully discharge the battery. Assume that the battery is now fully discharged. Enter the SOC page. Long press the right button. At this time, we set the capacity value of the fuel gauge to 0. which is the same as the actual capacity of the battery. Suppose we cut off the power supply, the fuel gauge will stop working due to the loss of power supply. After the power is turned on again, the capacity value displayed by the fuel gauge remains the same as before. This is the power-off memory function of CL919. If the fuel gauge is in the no current state for 15 seconds, it will automatically turn off the screen to save power. Please see the demo here. The screen is off and the device is in low power mode. Short press the right button to wake the fuel gauge and restore its display and function. The following functions are optional. If you do not set them, the fuel gauge can still work properly. You only need to set them if necessary. First, long press the right button on AH page to enter the settings page. Short press the right button to enter the low voltage alarm setting page. For example, the alarm voltage is set to 21.1 V. Short press the left button to adjust the value you want to set. Long press the left button to select between different digits. Long press the right button to confirm the setting and return to the main page. Next, I will demonstrate what happens when the voltage is lower than 21.1 V. You will see that the display starts flashing, which is the alarm of a low battery warning. First, on the AH page, long press the right button to enter the settings page. Short press the right button to enter the zero capacity voltage setting. Short press the left button to set the desired value. Long press the left button to select between different digits. For example, we set the zero capacity to 19 V. Long press the right button to confirm the setting and return to the main page. Next, I will show what happens when the voltage drops below 19 V. We expect the system will display zero capacity as set. And now, you can see the capacity has been forced to zero. Since the installation options of this product is the same as Coolschmax 5918 voltmeter, here we use the 5918 installation guide to introduce the CL919 fuel gauge. Accessories for installation are nut and mounting bracket and the bolt behind the voltmeter for installation. We use this piece of cardboard to represent your dashboard. If you don't have any holes or slots in the dashboard, you can drill a small hole in the dashboard, insert the mounting bolt of the voltmeter into the small hole, tighten the mounting nut, the voltmeter is now installed. If your voltmeter needs to be mounted in a slot, we're going to use the second installation mode. The accessories required are nuts, brackets, and our voltmeter mounting. First, insert the voltmeter into the slot where it needs to be installed. Insert mounting bracket, tighten the mounting nut, installation complete.